Hey guys, so you guys have asked me several years ago to do a makeup tutorial to cover melasma, and I never did it. So I wanted to do a quick one to show you guys what I found helps cover the melasma. Maybe not 100%, but I feel like it's good enough for me. You can see I have some acne as well. I've got melasma here, all the way down here. I have a really thin line around my lips, on my chin, across my nose. It's pretty much everywhere. You can kind of see I've got some here, more acne, fun stuff. So anyway, I'll show you my routine. I use this dermafungal to, I actually used it to see if it would lighten the melasma, and it seemed like it maybe did a little bit, but what it did do was actually improve the texture of my skin tremendously. So I use this, and then if my skin is feeling dry, I use this, the Bare Minerals Butter Drench, and then I use MAC Prep and Prime. I've experimented with a lot of different foundations, and the one that I'm liking right now is the MAC Studio Fix. It doesn't have the best coverage for the melasma compared to like Urban Decay All Nighter or the Estee Lauder, what is it called? It's that like Max Cover Camo, where is it? Can't find it right now. Anyway, I know a lot of us use it, but the Estee Lauder, they don't have a lot of colors. So I keep going back to the MAC. It's more time consuming because I end up having to put concealer over it. But I use a beauty blender to apply it. And I dot it on like this. And I know that I'm not gonna get full coverage from this, but I do a single layer. And then I go through with my concealer and cover the rest. But I find I get the best coverage and the best finish with the beauty blender versus my foundation brush. But I just feel like the MAC has a more natural finish than a lot of the ones that I've tried. And MAC also has a good amount of shades, so pretty much no matter what your skin tone, you're likely to find something that matches you. And I'm a real stickler on foundation matching. So I don't really put a whole lot under my eyes because I like to use a lighter concealer on that spot. You can see that the melasma is still visible. More hormonal acne. And I forgot to put on my eyelid primer, but I use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. If I don't, then I end up with my mascara transferring to my eyelids. So I like this stuff quite a bit. I usually put that on after I put on my face primer. Okay, so now I have my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I have two different colors. I have a darker one and a lighter one. The lighter one I use underneath of my eyes, but also my skin changes colors really easily, so sometimes I'll mix these if my skin tone is lighter. So I'll put that under my eyes, and then I take the darker one and I just put a swipe here and a swipe here. I try and put it on the borders of the melasma on my forehead to kind of blend the border. I found that as much as I want to cover the melasma 100%, if you use too much makeup, I feel gross and it settles in the lines and it just looks. So basically I swiped the concealer in all the areas that I want a little bit of extra coverage, and I take my beauty blender. I start with my eyes, and you want to bring the light concealer actually down on your cheek a little bit in a triangle. It has more of a lifting effect. And I'm by no means a makeup artist, but these are just things that I've found work for me. So I start with less product and add more if I need it, because it's always easier to add more than it is to take it away. So it's important not to swipe or rub. You can see I do a lot of blotting because I don't want to remove the product from where I'm putting it. It's one of the reasons why I don't like the foundation brushes. I just feel like I end up moving product around instead of getting it to stay where I want it to stay. I know my lighting's not the best. Try and give you a better. So, and then the next step for this is I set it. And I use MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural. This is medium golden. It's maybe a little bit on the dark side for me, but not too bad. So I don't use a ton. I just kind of, now you don't swipe it on your face. Again, you don't want to move product from where you've put it. So I dab it. The Mineralize, I don't think it's really a setting powder, but that's what I use it for, and I feel like it works well. I'm 40 and I don't feel like my skin handles like matte foundations very well anymore. So I don't know, this one just works well for me. So next thing that I use is my MAC Naturally Flawless Mineralize Blush. And again, I try not to brush it on because I don't want to move the product that I put on. So I'm real gentle, and I actually kind of dab it on, swirl a little bit to kind of blend the edges, but I do a lot of dabbing. So as you can see, you can still see some of the flaws, but I'm happy with it. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll show you a final product. So for the rest of my makeup, I use a couple of MAC eyeshadows. I have a little bit of a hooded eyelid, so I use just kind of a medium dark for the crease, and then I use a lighter eyeshadow for above and below the crease. It's MAC A Natural Flirt is what it's called. And to line my eyes, I actually use an eyeshadow from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I feel like using eyeshadow for My eyeliner is a softer look than the pencils or the liquid eyeliners. I find the older I get, the less I like the liquid eyeliners or the pencils. For my eyebrows, I also use a dark brown. It's called Triple Fudge from my Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and I apply it with a slanted brush. Yes, I just licked my eyeshadow brush. Don't laugh at me. No judgment. My husband thinks it's disgusting, but I feel like when you get the product a little bit damp, it helps it go on better as like an eyeliner or for your eyebrows. And I have my makeup in my bedroom, so there's no sink. So yeah, just an unsanitary habit. Anyway, I use Man-Eater mascara because I feel like I get great results with little effort, and to me, time is money. So I don't know, I just really like how it looks. So final product, you could probably still see imperfections and melasma if you tried hard enough, but for me it's good enough.